Alright, so today is the day before the equinox, and we are going to work on balance. So the equinox is an equal amount of light and dark. So we need beauty and ugliness, we need light and shadow, and everything for equilibrium, which I believe helps bring equanimity. So there's all your yoga words. Let's start with, so we want to warm up the body a little bit, and we're going to do a lot of balance poses. So if it's not something that you're comfortable with or used to, don't worry. We're going to start with level 1, and then if you feel like you can go further, you're welcome to do that, but it's always fine to be in level 1. Alright, so let's start. We're going to start with a little breathing here first. So feet are nice and wide. And you can just relax your arms down by your sides. Maybe wiggle a little bit. Find that neutral spine. And we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Let's do that 3 times. So you can do it with me or on your own. That's fine too. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale and exhale. All right, let's start moving. So we're going to start with standing cat and cow. And we're just going to take a moment and feel the feet rooted into our mats. And then on the exhale, we're going to come into our cat. So we're going to bring the palms onto the front of the thighs. So we're going to bend our knees a little bit. Shoulders can come forward a little bit, tuck the chin. So this is our exhale, this is our cat. Next, we're going to move into cow. So we're going to stand up straighter, looking up, just as far as is comfortable. And then the palms can kind of face forward, pulling the shoulder blades together. This is our cow. Inhale, breath. Exhale, we're going to come back to that cat. You can exhale out through the nose or the mouth to start. Ideally, you want to be doing the nose. Inhale, open, looking up. Exhale, back to cat. Let's go ahead and do 2 more each direction. I'm going to let you move on your own at your own rate. And try and keep that breath and the movement synced. And then when you finish that, we're going to come into our neutral, standing here. So in my yoga tradition, this pose is not called mountain, it's called samastiti, which means same in the front, same in the back, which is kind of a balance in itself. FYI. All right, feet are wider. We're going to do laterals now, so we're opening up the side body. One hand can stay on the hip or down that side body. We're going to inhale one arm up. Doesn't matter which one, we'll do both sides. And then exhale, bring it back. So just nice and slow, feel that body opening and warming up. Inhale. And exhale. And I'm going to let you go at your own pace, moving with the breath. So the inhale is bringing the arm up, and then the exhale is bringing the arm back down. We're going to do one more time each side, or finish off evenly so that you've done both sides equal amount of times. Excellent. All right, so release that, come back to that neutral spine, and then we're going to do a twist. So before we go, we want to inhale and lengthen the spine, and then on the exhale, we're going to move into the twist. And then inhale back to center, exhale to the other side. And the arms can be wherever you like. They can be closer to the body or closer closer to a T. And this is just a nice gentle movement. We're still waking up, so the body twisting might not be the most comfortable thing. So going nice and slow, using the breath. Excellent. So let's do one more time each side. We'll finish off evenly. And then coming back to center. All right, so we just did 3 things. 2 of them were with a twisted or curved spine, so we want to come back to a symmetrical spine. And for that fun bit, we're going to do a half sun salutation. We're not going to do a full one. We're just doing the bending and the folding over part. So the key here is when we're folding forward, we're not rounding the shoulders and coming down. We're hinging at the hip joint, so it looks more like this. So we're keeping this upper body closer to straight, keeping the natural curves in. All right, so, and you can bend your knees as much or as little as you like. We're going to start with the hands at the heart. We're going to inhale, the hands come down and then the arms come up. On the exhale, arms come out to the side. We're going to hinge at the hips, fold forward, and wherever you get, that's where you are right now. And then we're going to bring the hands to the front of the legs and inhale and halfway lift back up. And then exhale, fold forward again. Nice deep knee bend. Arms come out to the side. Push the feet into the earth. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Palms together. And then exhale, hands start. And we're going to do that 2 more times. So we're going to inhale, hands come down, arms come out and around. And then exhale, arms up to the side. Swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, arms come out, push the feet in. Inhale, all the way up. Palms together. Exhale, hands down. And one more glorious time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, nice and deep, arms out to the side, push the feet in. Inhale. Bring it all the way up, palms together. Exhale. Hands start. Nice. How's that feel?
That's nice.
Good. All right, so let's jump into all of our fun, balancy kind of poses. First thing we're going to do is moving balance. I say this all the time, but it's mostly true, probably. We don't usually fall just standing. Usually, we're in motion and we trip, step over the dog, twist, whatever, and we're down on the ground. So if we can build up muscle memory to come back to vertical, we're going to be a lot better off. So I like to start with a couple of moving balances. And the first one is called palm tree pose. And I'll break it down for you, different options. So the first one is just lifting the arms up. Inhale and then exhale down. So that's part of it. The second part is the feet coming up on the toes. So having nice strong feet and ankles is key for mobility, right? Third option is putting all together. Inhale, arms up on the toes, and then exhale down. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
So whichever version you like, let's do it. All right, here we go. Inhale and exhale. And if you feel a little wobbly, you can move the feet closer or further apart. Sometimes I have my stance too far. And the other thing sometimes I do, I know that mat is maybe 1/8 of an inch thick, but even that affects my balance. And this is a good thing to practice at home. And you can do it just holding onto the counter, just lifting up on the toes. And if this is too easy, ha ha ha, right? As I tumble over, coming up and then staying up for an extra breath. Not happening this morning. That's all right. That's why it's yoga practice and not yoga perfect. All right, let's do one or two more.
This is a good exercise.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So release that. Show you all the schmutz and stepping on. The next one, I call it Karate Kid because that's how old I am. Another name would be Flying Crane, but that's more of Tai Chi name. That's okay. We're still gonna do it anyway. So this one has lots of options too. Let's do, because it's morning, we're gonna do cross body. So anytime we do movements from one side of the body across the other, we're lighting up that neuron network up in the head. See, I obviously knew that because the words just are not coming. Vaguely, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So we're going to start with the arms out to the side. And we're going to lift one knee up and touch it with the opposite hand. And then come back down. And then do the other side. And just keep going. So if you can add another ball to this one, the breathing part is exhale, bring the knee in, inhale, set the knee down. Or just breathe any which way. It's like, wait, one too many balls. All right, let's do one more time each side or finish off evenly. So some of the other options with that one, if that feels a little like too much, start with the hands in the middle and then bring one knee up and the arms come out to the side. That might be easier, it might be harder. And then the way harder one, once you get those down, is arms up. Or maybe it's easier. This feels easier.
Now I feel like Karate Kid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so that's
my
why I called it this.
What's the breath on that when you're putting?
So the general idea is arms get to decide. So if my arms come up, that's an inhale.
Okay.
If I'm not using my arms and the leg is coming up, that's an exhale because I'm compression.
Okay.
So that's kind of how you think about it. This is an expansion. This is a compression, but because the arms take precedent.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice rule of thumb.
Thank you for
keep
that.
in mind.
That's the idea. Although it's better to breathe than not breathe. If you have it backwards,
In general.
just breathing counts. But like a lot of weightlifting is the opposite of yoga.
Okay.
So sometimes you're like, wait, just breathe. So there's those two. Let's do one more moving balance and then we'll do some other fun stuff. So this one is, I call it halfway around the world. It's just the name we came up with. So basically what we're doing is, I'll just show you and then you can join in anytime. So one foot stays stationary and then we're gonna step forward and out and around. And then back to center. So I'm going halfway around the world, or I guess it could be a clock. So we'll do 3 times each side.
Do we stay upright or lean forward?
Do whatever you gotta do. What's harder? Okay, and then after your third one, we'll switch feet. So step forward. You could do like the numbers on the clock or just general, wherever it lands. Excellent, and then after you've done 3 on that side, we're gonna go backwards. So you can go back to that first foot because it's probably more comfortable. So step back, out, forward, and then back to center.
Three.
3 each side, yeah. And then when you finish that side, going to the other side. Excellent. I think that was 3. However many you get to, that's fine. Let's see. So let's do a tree pose next. We are
I know,
surrounded by these.
it's
Oh my gosh! I
really
didn't even
lovely.
see the moon was still up.
Yes.
So we got the moon and the sun and the trees.
Balance.
So yeah, the yoga woo woo comes flying out.
I love the yoga. Woo woo.
So with our tree pose, what I usually do is start with tripod feet. So I'll show you that. And then if you have your balance after that, that's great. You want to do more. But, well, we'll do it and then I'll talk you through it. Okay, so one foot's going to stay on the floor or on the ground or the whatever we're on here. And then you're going to bring the heel of the other foot above the ankle. And this is your pose for your feet. You can stay here. Let me share one other thing. This hip, so I'm exaggerating right now, we want that hip straight. So activating the muscles all the way around that hip, nice and strong. And then the other leg, that hip is open. If you don't do anything else with this pose, those two things are key. And then you can start with the hands at the heart. And then we're going to grow our branches. If you want, you can stay here. So you can go straight up and then extend the index fingers up. This is like a power pose with the hands like this. If it's too much on the shoulders, you could do a Y. T. Sometimes I like to breathe and move. All right, and then the next point is if you feel like you have your balance and you want to, you can bring that other foot up higher. You can go on a calf, you can go above the knee, just not on the knee. Those ligaments in the knee do not like that pressure. All right, so we're gonna breathe. I always say that last, but that's the most important one. And then coming out nice and gracefully. And then we're gonna shake this leg out. At least that one, you can do both. Shake out the arms. Another time we'll talk about why shaking is good for your nervous system. Or you could just take me at my word on that one.
Okay.
And then next we're gonna do the other side. So we like to start with the feet first, so that foot is rooted, heel above the ankle of the other foot. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I'll say it after we get up into position. All right, hands at the heart, and then grow your branches, however you like. And you can do something different on this side if you want. We're a little asymmetrical in our habits, so sometimes one side might be easier than the other. But if you can, just bringing that other foot up off the floor, which this isn't the side for me to do that. I'm just gonna leave it down. Once you get to the position where you can be just on the foot and the other foot's off, is building bone strength. So as we get older, or if other diseases come up, osteoporosis is a huge issue for women. And being able to have this foot off the ground for 8 seconds increases your bone density 67%, I think is the number. So we're putting all that weight on that one leg. So
I'm going for it.
right. So the activation of the muscles pulling on the bone is what strengthens the bone.
Well, this is
All right.
I
No
mean,
quizzes after class, but
no,
that's
but thank you for saying this because that's definitely a
And then-
problem for me.
coming out nice and gracefully. Excellent. All right. So that is that one. Let's do we got 3 more standing poses, and then we'll come down to the ground. All right, so we want to go easy, medium, hard, or hard, easy, medium?
Let's ramp up.
Yeah, let's ramp
do
up because then we
easy,
can lay
medium,
down
hard.
at the end.
Okay, so we'll go easy, medium, hard.
Okay. That's
But this is my interpretation of these poses. You may have a totally different experience. All right, so let's do chair pose first. And this is another one that's good for preventing falls, is having the strength to get up out of a chair instead of falling over out of a chair. All right, so the more work you want this to be for the thighs, closer the feet. But if your balance is a little wonky, then have your feet a little bit wider. All right. So it's hard to do this part because I usually say point to the edge of the ceiling across the room, but that's not going to work here. So you guys can point at the moon. Point at the moon. All right. So up to your interpretation. So we're going to inhale and point the arms up wherever is comfortable. If the shoulders are bothering you, cactus arm it. All right, and then we're gonna exhale and sit in our pretend seat. So we're gonna be here for a couple of breaths. If you need to come out at any time, you're welcome to do that. If the knees don't feel great, look down and see where they are. It should be over the second and third toe. I guess that's if your feet are in the right position. Okay, so we're gonna exhale and fold forward to release this. All right, and then we're gonna come back up and do it again. So point the fingers, and you might not go up as high, maybe stay down a little bit lower. Excellent. Exhale, fold forward. We're gonna come into it one more time. Inhale. See if you can come down just a little bit lower. You're like, okay, you said this was the easy one.
yeah. Now I'm scared.
I lied. All right, exhale, fold forward. Exhale, nice big deep exhale, arms out to the side. Inhale. And all the way down. Excellent. All right. I can make that one very much harder too. All right, so our next one, let's do eagle pose next. So option to use a block for this. I haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna do the same sides, left and right. So if you want a block, actually it's gonna be on the outside of the right foot. And I'll show you what we're gonna cross over so you can rest the foot on there. So that's what that's for. If you want it, you don't have to have it. All right. So we're gonna do just a regular eagle, not the extra fancy one this time. All right, so arms open in this wide eagle span. Some other time I'll tell you the story of Garuda, mythical warrior beast of Vishnu. So we're gonna take this right arm and we're gonna bring it around in front, and the left arm is under. Beautiful. Okay. So in theory, there's a little space between the arms, and that's where your vision or your dristy goes, but that's okay. We usually do that part. Anyway, all right, so we're gonna bend the knees, and this part is optional, of course. If it feels a little wonky, stay where you are. We're gonna take this left leg and cross it over the right. So back in the day, I could wrap my foot all the way around that calf, but we're gonna be where we are today. All right, you got that? We're gonna take 3 breaths here. We're gonna move the arms. We're gonna inhale, lift the arms up, exhale down, and again inhale, and exhale. Okay, one more breath. Inhale, and we're going to unwind the arms and uncross the legs. All right, if you like the block, you move it to the outside of that left foot. And let's do the other side. So a nice big open arm wingspan. This time the left arm comes under the right. You have that little hole, you can peek through there, see your destiny. All right, bend your knees, and we're gonna cross that right leg over the left. And let's take 3 breaths here. We're gonna inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. And exhale. And one more glorious time, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Unwind and uncross. And you can shake anything out that we developed a little tension in. And our last standing pose, we're gonna grab our blocks for this one. And this is another one where we do step up to it. So we're not gonna go full warrior pose. We will we'll do it in stages. All right, so we're gonna take 1 foot, and we kind of want it torso distance from the blocks. It's kind of hard to measure, but if you put your hands like that, then that's where your foot is. All right, so actually let's just fold forward and we'll do the blocks. So for block stability, the middle 3 fingers are in the front, thumb and pinky on either side. So that's the most stable that we can have a block. If you do it like this, they're gonna pop out to the side. Okay, so right foot or left foot, doesn't matter, in the center, close to center. And then the other foot is behind it, and you can just rest on the toes. So this is our starting position for our warrior 3. Here's some of the options. So we can lift this back leg up so that it's parallel to the floor or the earth. Okay, that's option 1. Option 2 is coming up off the blocks and arms up. Or you could be on the blocks and lift one arm up. Let's see, do opposite arm. That's an option. Let's see, arms out to the sides. Airplane arms. Or just hold on to your blocks and not worry about where everything else is. All right, so we're gonna set that foot down. And then step back onto the toes of the first foot. And then do this side. So option A, lift that back leg. And if it's too much on the hips or anything, you can keep that closer to the ground. That's totally fine. We can extend one arm. You can extend both arms out to the side, back. Whatever feels like a nice strong warrior 3. This is the most difficult of the warrior poses. So there you go. All right. We're gonna set that foot down, bend the knees, bring the arms out, inhale, bring it all the way up, palms together, and done. Alrighty, so let's come down to the ground. Before you go, if you want to do a squat, I would welcome you to do that. If you don't want to, that's totally fine, just come and sit. If you are new to squatting and your feet don't come all the way down to the floor, kind of up on the toes, practice on a towel or a blanket and coming down. And then, there you go, extending the spine so you're nice and tall. You can put the elbows in between the knees, push the knees out. Excellent. All right, and then falling gracefully on the floor is the only way I get down. I don't have the range of motion to sit gracefully. Most people do. That's okay. It's not a competition. So before we do any crazy last poses here, let's do a little breath. So with yoga pranayama, we have dozens of really cool breaths that all do something specific in the body, and our balanced breath is called Nadi Shodhana. Okay, can't say it today. alternate nostril breathing. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna do level 1 of it too. So thumb closes off the right nostril, ring finger closes off the left nostril, and the pattern is inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. That's 1 round. We're gonna do 3. So you guys are all sitting with your legs out. If you're comfortable like that, you're welcome to stay like that. I'm gonna sit up on a block, and I'll tell you why. Because it gives you a little bit more space in the belly for the breath. So however you're comfortable sitting, it's totally fine. All right, so let's start. So we're gonna close off the right nostril, inhale the left nostril, close off the right side, exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the right, exhale left. That's 1 round. Let's do another one. Inhale left. Close off the left side, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. That was 2. We're going to do 1 more round. Inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. Nice. So you can release your hand down to your lap and take 2 full breaths, however you like, just to come back to your regular breath pattern. Alright, so we are going to, don't do this a lot, but we're going to come into a cobra pose. So we're going to come down onto the belly, wherever comfortably you can get down there. And we're not actually doing a full cobra pose, we're doing what I would call baby cobra. The tendency for people to do all kinds of weird wrong things in their cobra pose is why I like to stick with a baby cobra, because it's harder to do this in the wrong place. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring the hands under the shoulders. We're gonna tuck the chin so the forehead is facing the floor. You can actually rest your forehead on the floor or on your mat. And then we want to press the pubic bone into the mat. So that's going to help lengthen that lower spine. And the legs can be relaxed. Some people like to tighten the legs too, but it gets better for that lower spine and the glutes and all that down there to be relaxed. And we're going to imagine that we're a kitten and that mother cat is coming to pick us up behind the neck. And that's where we're lifting from. So we're going to inhale and lift from the back of the neck. The chin stays tucked in until you get to as high as you want. We're not pushing with the hands. You can actually lift them up. And then you can look forward a little bit. Just like that. That's it. And then we're going to exhale, tuck the chin again, and bring the forehead back down slowly towards the floor. All right, how did that feel?
Good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Instead of like pushing up with the arms and getting all pinched in the spine. All right, here, let's do that again. So we're lifting from the back of the neck, keeping the chin tucked. Lift as far as is comfortable, and then we're going to tilt looking up towards the floor. And then exhale, tuck the chin again. And then bring the forehead back down to the floor. Excellent. One more time. Inhale, lift from the back of the neck. Tilt the chin, so we're looking towards the floor. And then exhale, chin tucks back down, forehead towards the floor. Excellent. All right, so we're going to gracefully roll over onto our spine. Right, there's no really graceful way to do that. That's what we're doing.
Mentally gracefully.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can see all the birds flying over.
Yeah, I just saw one.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, so if it's uncomfortable to lay on your back, bend your knees, bring your feet into the mat. You then step the feet out wide and then drop the knees towards each other. And that hopefully gives you a little bit more space. If it's comfortable to have the legs straight out, you're welcome to do that too. We're gonna do, let's see, we're gonna do 3 or 4 things here before our final relaxation pose. So we're basically gonna undo all of that crazy stuff we just did. So the first one is, we're gonna do one-legged Apanasana. And the translation for Apanasana is wind relieving pose. So it's really good for digestion and getting rid of gas. But it's also really good for that mid to low back. So we're gonna draw one knee in towards the chest. That's an exhale. And then on the inhale, that foot comes back to the floor. And then exhale, bring that other knee in. Inhale, foot to the floor. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, set it back down. I'll let you go ahead and do 2 more each side. So going nice and slow. And then after you've finished both of those, we're gonna bring both knees into the chest. And this one's my favorite. I do this in the morning before I get out of bed. So the exhale is to bring the knees in. On the inhale, arms go overhead, feet go up towards the sky. And then so arms come all the way over to the, there you go. Nice. And then we're gonna point and flex the feet. Excellent. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to the knees. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms overhead, feet towards the sky. Point and flex. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. And one last time. Inhale, open, feet towards the sky, point and flex. This is my favorite for not hyperextending my knees. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Nice. So we're gonna do a couple, like 2 or 3 two-legged Apanasana. So we're just gonna exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. On the inhale, hands are still on the knees, so we're just gonna let them go out a little bit towards away from the torso.
Okay.
So exhale, knees in, inhale, lengthening the arms out.
That's
There you
just
go.
back and forth?
Yep, just a couple times. So this is getting into that mid-back. I don't know if you can feel it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, so let's bring the feet down to the mat. And then option A is to stay just like this with the feet on the mat, knees are bent. Option B is to extend the legs out. And then our last little movement here is we did those palm tree pose as a balance. We're just gonna do the palm tree pose arms. So the arms come up overhead to the floor above you. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. So sometimes I start class with this and maybe the arms don't go all the way to the floor, but we're kind of at the end. Well, we are at the end here. And so they might go all the way to the floor. If they don't, that's okay. Just go to where you feel that tension and then bring it back. And so this is teasing into that thoracic spine, maybe even up into the neck. Excellent. All right, do 2 more. And then release the arms back down by your sides. When you're finished with your 2, And then we're gonna get ready for our relaxation pose. So I like to tuck the shoulder blades under, relax the muscles in the legs and feet and let them kind of flop wherever comfortable. Arms can be down by your side and then away from the torso. Arms up or arms down, however that, or hands up or hands down, however that feels in the shoulders. And then getting any last little wiggles out. So we're gonna be here for just a few moments, but why not be as comfortable as you can? And then we're gonna do a full body relaxation, walking up the body, relaxing each part as we go. Starting with the feet. Relax the toes. Relax the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees and the space behind the knees. Relax the tops of the thighs and the backs of the thighs. Release and make space in those hip joints. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe you. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If you'd like, you can roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. Use that lower arm as a little headrest. Take a nice full breath here. And then when you're ready, and again with an inhale, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. And I just want to leave you with a little Yoga Sutra for the day. Stiram Sukham Asanam is the balance between effort and ease. Stira means stability, intent, and strength. And Sukha refers to the, can't read my own handwriting, comfort, ease, and openness. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's turn off
I am
the
so relaxed.
YouTube
Now I don't want to go to
to work.
I'm like, okay, that was a good Saturday. Bye.